Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Mayor Alan Perry, and we have a lot to talk about today. So let's jump right in.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Great to be here as always.
Yeah, so obviously we have some hot topics that we're going to cover.
We do.
In our first segment today. We're actually going to do 2 segments today, which is exciting. But of course, we can't really go a segment without talking about the bridge.
Yeah, and hopefully this will be the last time we talk about it for a little while,
Yeah.
just for a little while. But yes, council last night, with some revisions to the county's joint resolution, we made some changes to make certain that access to Pinckney Island is better covered.
Right.
And really it's just about showing that the town and the county are working together to find solutions for the county. And this resolution will go back to the county now, and they'll either vote it through or however they handle it, they'll handle it. But then it'll go up to the state Department of Transportation, the State Infrastructure Bank, but it'll be us working together to find solutions for the Lowcountry.
Okay, and as I understand it, it's for the Pinckney issue, it is that you can get construction going and then make some modifications as you go forward to make sure that there's access there?
So again, it's not designed yet,
Yeah.
right? So this is just saying, okay, how do we keep the money there to do the project? And that's what this joint resolution is about. But also we want to make certain that we have a voice in it. And what was coming around was really limited access to Pinckney Island with a new span. And we want to make certain that whether it's built when the bridge is built, or if it's rehabbed later on with that section, if it's added, how it works, I'm not sure. But the DOT's got to figure that out, but we want to have a voice with it.
And obviously we've come in under the March 31st deadline, so
Yes.
we are hoping that that will let us keep the state money that has been promised.
That's correct. And that was one of the things we wanted to do, was have it done by the end of March 31st so that we're not holding them up. Let's get this moving forward. Let's get out of the way and figure out where we go from here.
And your vote was almost unanimous.
It was.
6-1.
It's
So
6-1.
It feels like everyone's kind of on the same page?
Yeah, right
the
now.
most part?
Yeah, right now everybody's pretty much on the same page. Even that one vote is pretty much there. But there's so much we still don't know, right?
Yeah.
So it's trying to make decisions on future unknowns. But we just have to make certain that we're working with the county, that we still have a voice at the table when the design comes around. And when that does happen, Department of Transportation will come back to the public and show the public what they're thinking about, and the public will have input.
Okay, well, very good. Excellent. As an update, thank you.
Yeah.
So now we kind of have to jump into a little bit of hot water here.
Sure.
The town has announced some different fees for beach parking, which
Right.
is obviously very new. And so we have some pushback from folks in Bluffton and Beaufort. Talk to us about how that decision came about and what it is going to look like.
So this has been a discussion that's been going on for about 3 years. And there's been plenty of public comment and input as to what it needed to look like or didn't need to look like. Yeah. And where we ended up was somewhat of a compromise between council members. But what we have to look at is what's going on off the island. There's tremendous growth that's coming to the area. And we know that we've got a traffic issue. So how do we kind of control that? It's not about keeping...
Hence the bridge project.
Hence the bridge project. And understandably, we're not trying to keep anybody out. We love our friends in Bluffton and in Okatee and Hardyville and Pooler as well. But it's about how do we protect and how do we create a great quality of life. One of the things that's going around is that the county pays for our beaches. They don't. The town of Hilton Head Island is getting ready to spend about $50 million to renourish our beaches. Right. It's stuff that we pay for. It comes through accommodation taxes. So it's those room nights that we collect taxes on that pays for all of this. So there's a misnomer that just because you live in Beaufort County that it is a Beaufort County tax project. It is not. Okay. We don't go out to the county, we don't go out to the state, we don't go out to the feds for any funding. We're one of the only municipalities in the state of South Carolina that does that. But the parking aspect, it's new, yes. And there's some data that we need to collect to understand how this new arrangement will affect not only the businesses, but the residents and the parking. And after we get all the data together, we'll take another look at it. Okay. What we do, I can't tell you because the data will help drive us on that. But we hear the complaints, right? We get them all. And there's a lot of requests, and we'll still continue to talk about that. But when you go to Beaufort, you got to pay for parking in Beaufort. You got to pay for parking in lots of places. We're trying to make it as economical as possible, understanding that there are costs involved. With doing it, it's a challenge, but we will get through it.
Well, Mayor, excellent information. lots of clarification there, so we appreciate that. You had a strategic planning workshop just
Yes.
recently, and so we are going to talk about that
Yeah.
after a quick break. So there is more to come with the mayor, so don't go away.